out, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it. Throw your storm.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just match protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals had a woeful 3-12 on the year, and they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that's not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I'll have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Murray. Room to maneuver at the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. Give them 18 on the play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Murray now to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. Able to find the open man. complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Benson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cards will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Looking to throw. May. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Walter Nolan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Murray going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. Now he'll tuck this and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Murray now. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A gain of 14. First down, Rams.
Throwing here is May. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. They'll throw with May. Now he's going to step up and run. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nakua, 27 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
The Rams will line up for the two-point conversion.
May going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. pushing his way inside the 40. Still going. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost it.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room. Maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed him.
So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, May with it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. To throw, it's May. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams from 4 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Rams 15, Cardinals 13. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On first down, right back to Benson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from these defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To the air, May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's May. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Hey, what's up?
May now off the bootleg. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Drake May. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And just shedding him off there. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This one deep into the landing zone, returnable from the 2-yard line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 9 now. Yeah, this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
Touchdown, LA! Kyron Williams with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Rams had 6 to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
On first down, it's Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Play action. Now it's Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. To throw is Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Murray now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
1st down, Rams.
From the shotgun, it's May. Now he'll tuck this and run. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. May going to bat this one forward. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw, May. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Murray. Fires carrying his target, it's Trey McBride. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They'll go again with Vincent. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Murray. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Rams 30, Cardinals 20.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'd like to just stand aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Rams.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
First down.
Hey, what's up? Crazy.
Throwing here is May. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Hey, here goes that.
They'll throw with May. Now he's going to step up and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
From the gun on third down is May. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams from 10 yards out. And the Rams are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
20. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And the ball on the 30, here's second and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that will be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Yeah! Here we go! Boy,
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So it's the Rams here that take home the W. And it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much of this ball game.
So for the Rams, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.